Hello my 7 Deadly Sins family and friends, welcome back to another video. Today we're using P4 Merlin to clear the newer sector, Sector 6 versus Diane. We're going to do a lightning run and an ice run. They could be run better if combined ultimates actually worked correctly, or if tag skills actually gave you iframes that they should, because it's not for some reason. But without further ado, here's the watch of the ice run.
She steps in, silver breath on her skin. The soldier lifts his shield high, he waits for her to collide. She strikes once, he holds fast. Her rage turns the world to glass. Every jump, every lunge, he takes the cold and still stands strong. So she narrows her eyes, so she calls the sky. One more move, one more sign, now his armor has to die. Queen of Ice, break him down, Queen of Ice, crack that crown. He can brace, till the cold cuts through the gate. Queen of Ice, shake the ground. Queen of Ice, drag him down. When she rises, he falls, frozen ruin after all. She throws beams through the dusk, blue-white lines turn to dust. Blizzards roar at his back, white-out walls in a flash. Glaciers climb from the floor, locking him to the core. Every block, he believes, splinters under what she breathes. Now the shield starts to ring, now the ice finds the seams. All his pride, all his steel melts beneath the Arctic seal. Queen of Ice, break him down. Queen of Ice, crack that crown.
Now let's have a quick look at the team for the ice run. Well, just Merlin's build really, but we can have a quick look at the rest if you wish as well, very briefly. So Merlin's build, obviously P4, we do have the food active, that's why we've got 22k. Attack, about 87% crit chance with 132% crit damage. We have 67% tag skill damage with 5k cold attack and about 9% cold damage. As for her weapons, we've got a 3-star Gluttonous Soul Grimoire with crit damage, cold damage and crit chance, which is quite nice. And then as usual, we've got 2 max limit break SRs with max equipment attack for the most amount of attack that you can port over to your main weapon. Armor wise, there has been calculations with Shatter, Defense Shatter, and I will hopefully make a video about that shortly. But if you don't have a certain amount of defense shatter, it's basically useless. It does nothing. You need at least 15 to 20% from my understanding. So if you've got a P9 Clotho, then the build will be different. But if you don't, which I'm guessing a lot of you don't, then this is the best build you could probably have for Ice Merlin. So for the Gallon Top, we've got a 2-piece Life Crystal for the Pierce. We've obviously got the Tag Belt to try and get as much tag damage as possible. We've got a 2-piece Corrupted Watcher. Again, the 2-piece won't really matter at all, but might as well get a 2-piece, you know. I suppose you could have this as a Life Crystal necklace and have the normal skill trousers, but you do very little damage anyway, so I guess there's a little bit more damage. We've got a double crit damage ring, and then because we are combat ulting, we are going to have this to reduce crit defense and do a bit more damage. And then we have tag skill here as well with a level 2. And then I guess if you want to have a quick look, we've just got him sets with Life Crystal. I actually forgot to change this over. So if you change this over to Spring Robe, it would be even better. Manny Dual Swords, the same build as Daisy. And then we use Jericho. And I forgot to change stuff for Jericho. So there we go. Whilst we're here, quick look at the Lightning build. It is literally just these 4. And this is what Hauser was wearing with his engraved. As much magic charge as possible, basically. That's the only difference. For the actual build, we just switched the engrave over to the lightning one, which gave me crit damage. So I guess we'll switch it all over now so you can kind of see. And then we changed this over to the legs. It was changed over to this one, the normal skill increase. The belt and the boots were changed over to jet black. If I can find it, these two, and that is basically the same, really. And this is what I had, you know. I guess what you could do for a little bit more lightning damage, because you are buffing lightning damage if you have it, but it's really not necessary. you use the Time Dragon's Blank Heart for a bit more, tiny bit more crit damage, and then you do a bit more lightning damage as well. It's really not necessary. They're both kind of rubbish, but that's the best we've got, really. So that's the build for the one what you're about to see. And without further ado, here's the lightning run.
From the storm she rides tonight, lightning blazing in her eyes. Across the peaks her foe appears, a giant queen begins to rise. The earth will shake, the heavens roar, as both queens march to endless war. The clouds ignite, the skies give way, the final battle starts today. Thunder strikes the giant from above. Thunder burn the battlefield with love. Thunder, lightning tearing through the sky. Thunder, hear the giant empress cry. The giant queen lifts mountains high and hurls them through the stormy sky. But every stone is split in two by bolts of white and electric blue. The heavens open, wild and free, a raging storm across the sea. The giant stumbles, cracks and falls as lightning.
So as you can see, both P4, no problem whatsoever to clear the newest sector, both sub 2 minutes, and it was very, very easy to get the 3 stars. Not a problem whatsoever. Now let's have a quick jump in and we can go over what Diane actually does and her skills. So she's basically the same as the story mode one, but because she's a lot tankier, you can see her do like her ultimate attacks, and maybe have a slight different other attacks. But as you can see, she's starting with this shield, and similar to Foundry, if you get hit, she is going to get a defense buff. So if it'll let me go through here, she's starting with a shield, which is 3,000 attack, and then she does more increased damage basically. So she does this hit where she slams the ground and then does like a line of the rocks, and then she does a dash. That's another one of those attacks. Let's do this, and maybe I need to be a bit closer for her to do other attacks. And then she obviously does the bum slam on the ground. I guess we can back a bit. Okay, that was her ultimate. So she does that, and basically all around her, she does massive spikes on the ground, and it does a double hit. So it hits as the earthings come up, and then after a second or so, it will explode, and then you get knocked up, which is really annoying. And that is basically all her moves. Let's get the shield away really quickly, because if you noticed, you can stun her. See, this is I don't understand why you should get iframes when you tag in, but sometimes you don't. So as you saw there, when she does a foot slam, you have a very small window to stun her. But unlike Foundry, it looks like her buff doesn't go away. So really need to try and not get hit, otherwise her defense is going to go up and up and up. Let's try and remove her shield, and then we can see what happens after that. So as we can see, we've removed her shield, and her buffs have gone, other than the damage buffs. I think I got hit as I removed it. And we also, you wouldn't have seen, it's just gone now, but we also reduced her defense after that. So you really want to do the damage once the shield is gone. But to be honest, it's such an easy fight, in the sense that even with her buffs and whatnot, and her shield, that you can basically just go full on DPS. Obviously you need to dodge, so then she's not damaging you, because she hits like a truck, like absolute truck, right? But yeah, she's really not that hard once you kind of understand her attacks. But anyway, I hope this video has helped you. With P4, you know, a lot of people have low potential. If you don't have Daisy, then all you would do for the lightning build is you'd combo ult with Manny. It will take a little longer because you need 6 or you need 6, I believe. Let me actually triple check that for you, because I don't want you to not do that. No, you only need 5. So instead of 4, you need 5 for the combo ult with Manny. And then obviously we took this is the team that we have with the lightning one. Instead, you can bring Drake instead with his wand, because he reduces crit defense as well with that. Where is he? He's here. So sorry, his staff. You've got reducing the crit defense. You when using this skill, and then if you have his engraved gear, this one over here, you can also reduce the crit resistance by a massive amount. And he's decent to go with even cold or ice Merlin because of the tag gauge refilling. So he's a good one instead. If you want a little bit of sustain, you can either use Tiore to heal, or you can use Shield Gila wherever she is. Shield Gila for another sustain. Both of them have skills that give you 6666 or 666 magic gauge to get that ults up really fast. I know combo ulting shouldn't with Iceman, it shouldn't give you the crit damage, but for some reason there's a bug with Daisy that it does. So if you want that crit damage, you could try and charge up enough to do the combo ult, or you get the crit damage first and then you do the combo ult and then you do the switching like you would. But as you saw, it's really not that necessary. You're doing enough damage as it is. You might need to do an extra 1 or 2 tags. Also with Ice Merlin, if you want another bit of defensive instead of Shield Gila, book Elaine is actually really good because she gives a really nice barrier. But on top of that, that increases your tag skill damage by 50%. So she's another fantastic option if you don't want to use Daisy, or if you don't have Daisy for Ice Merlin. Obviously for Lightning Merlin, you wouldn't use her. You'd use like Tiore or Drake basically instead, or Gila for the shield. But yeah, that's kind of what it is. One last thing before I go. If you do have a P9 Clotho, the build you want to run for Ice Merlin is the full set from the raid, because you get an insane amount of shatter, defense shatter with that. You just get 12% from this, plus another huge amount from P9 Clotho, and you're basically just going shredding through their armor as is. So that's the last little point. Probably the easiest one. Not many people might not see this, but that's okay, you know. Now this is done, I'm going to fully max out my Merlin and have a bit of fun with her. So if you'd like to see some speedruns of Merlin on this sector or on previous sectors, do let me know in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed this video or learned a little bit something in this video, leave me a like and subscribe. That would be really appreciative. But yeah, again, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, bye.